this is Divine Sunshine coming with your current energy reading for this week. Okay, so um, let's look at the overall energies. Please make sure that you look at the keys for union, especially if they happen today. Clear. It was saying about the overall energies was, hold on a second, us having the understanding. See, when you channel, it's like, okay, now I'm back. And I'm like, okay, now what was the overall energies of the last one that I had just did? Hold on a second. I gotta even check on my own self about that. The never ending story. Thank you. So as I would just like, please help her out. The never ending story, and also about somebody's beating on the down beat. Those two. Those are really good. It's almost like a continuation. Those two. For this week, what we want to do is hope. Okay. So in order for us to have hope about something, to me, it's almost like it brings peace. It helps you something to down to look forward to. Hope sometimes is a drive, just like faith. It's like, I hope it will. I hope that when I've tried this new recipe, it comes out right. So you still keep on making that cake. You keep on doing things. And so this week is what you're doing is you're driving off of hope. Hope and faith are like cousins to me. And again, you getting grounded and rooted. This hope helps you to get grounded and rooted in the things that you really truly want to manifest. Your ideology, your concepts, your belief systems, and that hope. That's really, to me, that's where you're driving into this more so of a faith is more so something that's more so not tangible, that's more spiritual. Hope is something like it's something more grounded, rooted into more of the physical, the more 3D thing, because that relies upon your belief systems, your what you're seeing is happening. You're relying on what things is actually manifesting. So that's to me is hope. That's why I say they're cousins. Faith and hope are cousins in that thing. Understanding again with the divine feminine energies and us understanding about how we're hoping this week is again transforming your pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. In order for you to hope for you to have this twin flame or this union of this great love for you to be in your mission, you got to push past the pain. This week, Spirit is asking for you and Source is asking for you to push past the pain so you can be having a greater capacity to love. Because in order for you to have that pain, that's like me again, like I said about bag lady, you got them 16 bags. Bag lady, you gonna miss your bus. You can change that and say, bag lady, you gonna miss your love. Dragging all that pain like that. So you don't want to be dragging the pain like that. You want to get rid of that because you got this black Madonna here, which to me is like most of the time they say the shadow, the darkness is always mentioned or associated with the darkness. That means again, how can you take the shadow aspect of those things that you did not like, which is the ugly part of you, and saying, let me give birth to something new, regardless if it's coming from this aspect of something dark and shadowy. The next thing that you have to do is again is also understanding for the divine masculine energies here. This is all in the 50. I'm sorry. This is the heaven and earth aspect. I always start with heaven and earth, how it on earth as is in heaven. So I'm starting off with what's going on in the 50 and seeing how it shows up in the earth physical form. So for the divine masculine energies here, we have here is right having wealth, abundance, and cornucopia and madness. Followed by the clarifying, which is part focus and differentiating. We say we know that this week we had two major things happening. We're moving into the energies. It says 411, so I'm giving you the 411. You're moving into the energies of understanding that we just had two major events back again. Rewind. And so we had the eclipse, which was that happened, which brought on the strawberry moon, the full moon, and we had the eclipse too as well. And we're moving into the energies of knowing about the Gemini too as well. And so we had the strawberry moon. Strawberry moon, was moved us into the sign of Sagittarius. It had Sagittarius, it had the Sagittarius influence, but we moved into the side of Gemini. I'm jumping ahead myself. I got to slow it down. So Sagittarius is again, that's that energy where you have that archer, where you're focused, laser beam focused on what you want You know the target. At the same time, you've got um, the Gemini, which is the duality of the split. This seems like to me, if any of the energies, it seems like to me it is really resonating a lot with the divine masculine, but I got a fork in the road. So as I saying this, and now it's resonating with the feminines too, because you're taking that energy and understanding that that duality that you have. I want joy and pain like sunshine and rain. So you want two of those things, that duality. You want the joy and the pain. And they say, yeah, you gonna have to pick one of them, or you gonna have to find some kind of way to merge both of them and have a happy marriage or a happy union between the two of them, and you can move on to that. Okay, so that's something that you have to actually do in order for you to have this divinity. For the divine masculine, back to you again, there's some madness going on as far as how you can be able to get this abundance, okay, your wealth, your cornucopia, those things. And so they're telling you again, you're part focused. Part focused to me, when I see that, means you got to get into that Sagittarius energy where you're very zoomed in, targeted in on exactly what you want. And again, you got to differentiate what's the good and the bad, okay? About what things, some strategies that you're using that's good, what things that you're using that's bad. This is what I'm picking up. They're saying here, because especially this madness. Sometimes, a lot of times, you hear some people say, you know, I understand you don't understand, but I understand my madness, and there's a method to my madness. So there's a method to, you want to get to that point. Okay, it's all right if it's chaos, but it's got to be organized chaos. Can't just be chaos, just to be chaotic. You know, it's a difference with that. Okay. The next thing that they want us to also have, let's look into the how about now, the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter. What is the heart of the matter? The heart is calling. Hello. Hello. Clear. For the divine feminine. Woo, for the divine masculine, life flies. He wanted to come out, but he didn't. Worth waiting for. Almost some question about your worth. Almost came out, but it quite didn't. Okay. All right. For the divine feminine, we got passion. So in order for you to get out of this, again, you have this hope, and you want to. It says for you to transform your passion. It says transform your pain and suffering so you have a greater capacity to love, which means that's going to jump off into your passion. So you need to allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Excuse me. So you need to excuse me. So you got to release some things that came up there. So that means again, you got to release this thing of being orphaned. Some of you all have abandonment issues that's stemming from your family. Some of you have abandonment issues that's from the divine masculine. How he left you out in the cold and how you feel emotionally. He put you up on a pedestal and he just said, okay, and bye. End scene. I'm gone. And you're like, but I'm left here, you know? So you've got to be able to deal with that. They're telling you in order for you to truly have some hope about the situation, and you want to have passion, heart of the matter, you got passion. You still passionate about your divine masculine. Let's be honest about it. You're still passionate about this bliss of things. So you want to start the business or these side hustles that you want to have, or to be able to help other people. And it's like, okay, you got to get rid of, let's say it's the mission. And you say, I've tried doing the business on my own before, but you know, I was left out in the cold. And so they're saying, okay, you got to kind of get rid of that thought premise that, you know, what happened then happened then. They're saying, they bring it to me, they're saying that you weren't ready then. Sometimes things don't come together because you're just not ready. That don't mean you're not supposed to have it. Okay, for the divine masculine, you have, it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. That's why I say you got to discern that madness. I mean, back then there was some madness that went on there, you know, but there's a method to this madness. Source is saying there's a method to our madness of why things happen the way they did, and they don't want you to go ahead and to take what had happened. Somebody nervous what had actually had happened, and you determine that to color everything that happens from that point on. So they saying with you all, I got cards everywhere, cards everywhere. They're saying with you that you have to, oh, I got to take you back. It's safe to love because they say they're regenerating some things. Some things are being regenerated right now, divine masculine this week. And so you got to let things die off so you begin something in. You got to end something to begin something. So in order for you to, you feeling like you're, I'm getting the fork of the road. Some of you all feel like it's safe to love and you want to start over again. And some of them are saying, okay, you can't have that until you clear out and get rid of and let it regenerate because you've gotten rid of something to, in order to begin something, then it will regenerate. So I got two things here. Your higher power keeps on nudging you and telling you that it's safe to do it. Spirit has been giving you downloads. Your third eye is open, and now you find some keys and some ways in which you'll be able to do this. They say also, in order for you to do this, the heart of the matter, you got to get rid of this codependency. This been coming up a lot in my readings, stupid 11 readings, everybody in their mama's readings about you, divine masculine. You know, if I was you, I'd be like a person that say, you know what, you ain't gonna keep on saying this about me. I'm about to make some changes because I'm sure enough tired of them saying this divine masculine. And we got energies, we got codependency issues. That's one thing I would say about that. And look like to be you sitting pretty in it. You ain't even thinking about doing nothing to this. All I know this is a shield, but in some ways this is like this is a wheel. It's like this the wheel, and I'm looking like for somebody else to cart me off in my emotions. Let them turn the wheel. But again, you got your shield down, which some things you should be shielding yourself from, and you're not. You in your own little world here. We say codependency. So again, you want to get a leg up things. Some of you are saying because again, this codependency, you're not having no hope about anything because you're happy with where you are. You're in your comfort zone. You're too comfortable. So again, Spirit is saying you got to get a leg up on it. You were saying if I could get a leg up on the situation, I'll be able to do that. So Spirit is saying they're going to give you a leg up on that. Okay, so you could be able to move with brute force. Next thing is they're saying again, you got to observe some things. You got to observe some things about the people that you codependent with, those people that you're linked to as well, because they're saying again, you got to get smart about this thing. You got to get cunning. Cunning means you know how to work things in the spiritual as well so as the physical about something. You got to get wise. You got to get clever about how you can find a situation, how you can free yourself from this codependency. I'm here to say, free your mind and the rest will follow. Be colorblind. Don't be so shallow. You want to have a new beginning here. But again, you're looking at, again, the illusion, how you're looking at things is wrong. You need to use your intuition and your awareness to do that. When you're on a twin flame journey, you can't be looking at things as is, taking it as face value, as they said. You got to look beyond. My mom has always taught me that. Read in between the lines between what somebody's saying and what they're not saying. She's always have taught me that. Because again, there's chaos in this situation, this codependency. This is half the madness that they're talking about, because they say you gotta get rid of this madness for you to have this abundance, this cornucopia, and this wealth as well. Because where you're going, it's going to fall apart. You thinking this is going to be a reliable source of transportation to get you from point A to point B, and Spirit saying that it's not. It's conflict and chaos right here in you in this codependency, and it's going to fall. It's going to crumble and fall apart. Okay, I'm sorry if you don't know that, but that is it. So now, what is the overall energies that you resonating right now in the 3D? Clear right now. What's going on? Let's actually see what's going on. It's actually showing up. It's actually going on with the divine masculine. You know what I mean? Spirit, no, I ain't got to correct you. That's not what you said. Spirit knew what I was talking about. I said it. So, here. So the divine feminine energies, what you're working with is, again, you working with your darkness, but again, you got these sports. You got some things here that is some conflict of in your mind. What you're thinking. You got like Elvira. Something about in the darkness, you call yourself being a creature of the darkness. But again, when I see this window with this wall, you got another perspective, another way of how you can get out of. That's like the door to the window, to the wall. All this feet fall. So you got right there, you're moving from one aspect to another. But to me, when I look at this, this is another way in which you could be able to exit another opportunity, that you're not going to have to take it the way that you think you are, but in order to kind of fix what's going on with you about this pain that you have, because it's look like people daggers and stuff like that, look like you done gather all your pain, and you, like you say, I'm going to become a creature of the night, going to the darkness. The spirit's like, no, I don't want you to be going into the darkness, become no vampire. Say, how about I be like a vampire like everybody else? I just suck the energy out of everybody else because that's what they did to me. So I'm gonna suck on back. No, no, no. We're not gonna turn into that energies again. Like they said, you got to push past that pain to be able to get the greatest, what it say, great capacity of love. Let me put this right here. The great capacity of love. I gotta get a battery. I got me thing for my ear so I could try it out. This here, next thing you go, I move from this way to this way. I do the Egyptian thing. You want to be able to become spiritual too, as far as also because you got the swords. But in your thinking, you want to lay them swords down so you can really truly get the accolades and the praise that you're supposed to, because you know you're doing the work. You want to become, like I said, pure driven snow, or pure and purified through the spirit. I'm seeing here, because it's like for source energies, for source coming on you, and everybody else is around you say, I want some, I want to be changed just like you. And so you want to be able to have that. So that's why, in order for you to have that, you got to push past that pain and that suffering. So this is what they're saying that's happening. You're gonna get some things that's going to happen to you today, that's going to help, this week, that's going to help you push past that pain and suffering, that's going to make you put the swords down, the conflict down. Watch again your energy for divine feminine, as far as what's going on with you, because a couple of you all is thinking about becoming vampires. Like, if they suck my blood, I'm gonna suck their blood. And it's like, no. Right now, you and currently you moving into the energies of understanding of knighthood, being okay, being united by source, to say yes, you are worthy. Right now, you got some people in the background that some of them is like still got their swords, they got conflicts, everybody got conflict around you, but you really got your eyes on the prize, as far as the throne, which means your divinity, looking at source, or someone who has higher power to you, to, it's like a role model, and you really are waiting for them to be able to kind of like help you push past the pain. So that could be like watching channels or something like that, or listening to others and getting support as well. But something through this relationship that you have, this person who is of a higher authority, is going to help you to knight you. Now I'm picking up too, and this might be deep for in the card, like again, maybe even kind of developing or healing some relationships that you have with family members as well, or somebody who's a boss or something like that as well. Another thing is, get that off of here, because I never know when y'all, somebody click something before I know it, be I click in broadcast in the middle of what I'm doing. Next thing, I'm talking about the mouse. Because the other day where I had the mouse and stuff was moving on its own, I told Mom, I said, you see this guy is doing here? She said, yep, I'm seeing it. So that's something you have to do. For the divine masculine energies, uh, wow. So you are becoming Sage of Cups. Sage to me, like a sage, is really becoming moving this week. You've been really kind of like really becoming, like somebody say, sage advice. That's like it's really good advice. You might have been getting some sage advice, or it seems like it's saying also you've been giving out sage advice to people, got confirmation. So you've been giving out information to everybody. And to me, it's like you've been the driving force of your emotions. You kind of knowing where you wanted the boat to set sail to. And you've got, it looks like this is a whale. That's not, I don't think that's no dolphin. And I know somebody was talking about what whales had represented, that they were very like twin flames. They could understand. Oh Lord, I wish I could remember what they said about the whales. Let me look up whales real quick. Whales. Get over here, whales. Whales, because so you really want to have good things. What they're saying about for the whales represent communication, emotional rebirth, importance of community and family, keeper of history, peaceful, strength, emotional, physical healing, and wisdom holder. So this means to me like you really want to be in that vein, as far as you would be having that be the driving force of who you are. Sage means you're very mature, you're very savvy, very world, very knowledgeable, give good wisdom to other and good advice there. So this is the energies that you want to move into, especially in love. There, you got time here. So again, you're looking at really, to me, the flow where you are now is like where I was in the past, where I'm in the now, and where I'm going to be in the future. In the past, you're saying you had to kind of cut some things. Right now, in the now, you want to really give birth to some new things. And in the future, you want to be the person who is holding the heart, because this is what it looks like, is heart there. And right now, some if you look at the shadow side of this card here, it looks like I see like a womb here, this opening. Some and again to give birth to some things, and you didn't kind of like over time have allowed yourself to kind of keep these energy cords and tie ins to things that maybe no longer serve you. That's what the words come to me. And so now you're at the point that you're trying to find balance. You're trying to really stand on that sword of truth as well. And it's interesting, she's African. So to me, it's like you're really going back to the birthplace where it all started. Everybody was born from Africa. We know that from DNA. And so again, this to me is like finding balance by going back to the beginning, all the way back. Okay. Next thing, what's going on as far as in our thinking? Clear. What's going on in our thinking? Too many cards. Not that many. Divine feminine. I'm sorry. What's going on with divine feminine? I guess that's what I say. It's a lot to say for the divine masculine. You weren't specific. We didn't know who you was talking about. I can understand that. You got me that time. In your thinking. Okay. Divine feminine, in your thinking, you got a lot of things going on here. You want the world, so you want to really have, again, about this pain and something. You hope in your thinking what's currently going on with you is like you feeling like you really want to take the world by the it's not by the stream, but get a hold of the world. Like it's like you want to just ride. It's a wild world out there. You got your gun ablazing, and you just like, yeah, I'm just gonna let it ride. You know, if I gotta tell people to kiss my ass in the process, if I gotta shoot people to shoot to kill in the process of doing that, that is fine. And to me, it's like really being having fun as you're doing it too as well, because you know, especially like if you're trying to ride them cattle's things like that at times you will be finding yourself doing things while it's a wild ride, like the wild west. You also feel like, to me, when you have the divine feminine energies here as well, we're talking about judgment. So judgment to me is like you feel like you might be judged for being vulnerable in your thinking right now. This is the current energies here, but you're giving blossom to some new things, and you really want to be peaceful about some things, and you're just exposed to. In your thinking, divine feminine, you feel like you say you want everything underneath the sun. However, it feels like and when you're talking about the sun card aspect in this one, I think about the god. It was Icarus to try to get close to Greek god, to try to get close to the sun, and of course he had the wax wings and it melted. Some of you all feel like if you get closer to what you're getting, you will be burned by it. Especially you got this passion card here, so you got to kind of watch it. You also feel the divine feminine energies here. It's the priest, and then this priest card here, she's flashing the priest. Some of you all is like, when it comes to spirituality, you feel like you kind of want to flash it. It's like, yeah, still the carnality, still the flesh, is still there. And then some of y'all still kind of want to kind of like, I won't say give it the finger, but it's like it's a love-hate relationship there that's between that that you're saying. And you want attention for spirituality, like look at me, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing right. I'm ascending, I'm on the stairs, I got my columns behind me, I'm doing the foundation. And at the same time, it's like, you know, you're trying to get attention for your spirituality so it can be able to help you to get past the pain and the suffering. Most time when people do things, if they're trying to get attention for that, it's just like they're trying to make up for something. And for the divine um for the divine feminine energies here, we have the lovers. But it's interesting that this lovers card here, it seems like, you know what, uh the divine masculine energies for me, and when you talk about the pain here, that you're saying you got some scars here, you know. And when I look at it, it seems like again the divine masculine energies to you is painting one picture about what's actually going on, and then you as divine feminine energies is depicting another way as far as what is reality, what's actually happening. And you're saying I'm scarred, you're saying it's beautiful, but then I'm saying I'm scarred. And this is fresh blood that's being dripped from her back there. So to me, it's again, it's to back to me is support. You don't feel like you're supported through this process. You feel as if again that, you know, you didn't been pain, you got 30 or 50 lashes. People, you have atonement. I think you see that atonement card where she turned around and she stabbed all those knives in her back as well. And so this is interesting. They're talking about the lovers, but to me, in some ways, on another level, it represents unconditional love. I see your pain, but I still love you. Okay, that's what we have for the divine masculine energies. We have that Queen of Earth. We talked about this in the other reading. Who this guy? They came back out again. How again you feel like in the jungle? It has this jungle hat. So somebody out on a safari, out on a hunt, and you feel like when it comes to the earth that you've got your back up against the wall, because again, like the world is a jungle. It's a jungle out there with that, and you trying to be vulnerable in the process. And you're trying to, with graffiti, is like even with things that's around most people that do graffiti, like a lot of times they say they're trying to beautify or tag or even say where their territory is in the process of them doing graffiti. And this is what you're saying again, even in this jungle here, I got my back against the wall, but I'm trying to be vulnerable and enjoy where I am. That's Queen of Earth. This is followed by here 2 o'clock. Okay, mom, I gotta get out here earlier. Thank you. Followed by fire. You feel again in your actions and you're thinking that a lot of people are sucking or getting pleasure off of you, and you're just there. You have no choice. Divine masculine, and so that's the energy that came issue, because that even came out in the other reading when we were talking about well, I keep on forgetting about the never ending story, because a part of me is like, I don't want to resonate with that. And that's interesting. There's 7, which means you got to get some spiritual completion about that. Excuse me. Even in this madness here, this is to push you, to help you to get a more of a focus and differentiate. Is this a good feeling when you're resonating in this kind of feeling where people are feasting off of you sexually, getting what they need, getting their pleasure on, and you just lying there? You know, a part of you is like, oh yeah, it's fine, but you know what? You have orgies every night. After a while, that's gonna kind of wear on you. Just every night we have orgies. That's gonna wear on you. Okay. Um, how is it showing in your love life? It's kind of quiet. Divine feminine. How's this showing up in your love life? Divine feminine energies, you feeling like right now you're alone, you're crying. Let you see it this again. You got your sword of truth, it's slanted. You got this red candle. However, in the window of your soul, that means in your soul, you actually want this union. But you taking time out to look at yourself in the mirror. You got a spilled cup of love, something that you had offered. You feel like people have stabbed you in your back, because I see a dagger here. And again, like I said, it's slanted and you're crying. Okay, Archangel Raphael and got audacity to get louder. So he's like, this is what's happening with you. Ten of Swords. You got this conflict in your thinking. And they're saying it's time for that to come to an end, especially when they want you to transform the pain and suffering. Divine Feminine, again, here you are in yourself, to yourself. The Divine Masculine look like he say, but I'm on my way. But look at how she's looking at herself. I'm on my way. So again, you got this part here, which is your solar plex, how you stand in your power is girded, and your root chakra is covered as well. It's interesting, it's covered in that crown. So in your crown, how you're allowing the downloads, helping you to be able to be rooted. And this is color is turquoise. So also in your manifestation colors there, how you're able to stand in your power as far as what you're manifesting. Some of you all, I seen that somebody else is reading them saying some of you have called your soulmate in, or your twin flame in. You called him in and he's like, here I am, but you got your back turned. But in some ways you got your back turned because you really are reaping, eating your harvest. Like you harvested some apples, which means you gotten some knowledge about some things, and so you're just sitting there and just enjoying your harvest and gaining knowledge from that. So it seems like from you doing that in your love life, some of you all in the 3D is showing up that your divine masculine is on his way. He's standing by the window. Okay. Or some of you all, I'm getting fork in the road. It's like, you know what? You've imagined that and you want your divine masculine to come because you've had this fruit of your labor. You've had the fruit, you're eating the fruit, and you gain knowledge. And you're like, okay, now where is he? For the divine masculine energies here, we have here, which is the Seven of Swords, which means there is a conflict. uh, a conflict, a spiritual conflict that needs to end. In your energies, divine masculine, you feel like, again, I'm just sitting here, just contemplating and thinking. You might even be in hermit mode. You got the sword there, which is of truth that's on your side, but it's slanted. It's not going straight down. You have also, it looks like a helmet here, or your armor. So you saying right now, you put your armor down, you really contemplate about putting your armor down and really about how you see in the truth. In your divine feminine energies here, you're looking at the window of your soul and you're looking at your freedom in your soul, where how it resonates and you blossoming into something new. So, and you've gained knowledge. You use your intuition and your awareness to really be able to tune in like an antenna to what's actually going on. So those are the two things that's going on. Some of you all feel that your divine feminine is not paying attention to you and she's leaving you to your own morals, or for you to be just sitting there in your woe is me kind of attitude. I just put attitude there as well. What's going on with you karmically? Stop. I just want to stop. The world just ain't right without you, babe. I just want to stop for your love. Stop. Do, do, do. I just want to stop. Do, do, do. I just want to stop. Clear. What's happening karmically for the divine feminine? Just getting the insight. We ain't going deep into it. What's happening with the divine masculine? You wanted to come out. Ooh, ooh. Should move quicker. Okay, what's going on with this? Woo-wee for the divine feminine. You feel like right now, when it comes to the connection, this might be half of the pain right here karmically. When you think about the divine masculine or any masculine in your thing, you feel like you've been really bound down and been serving and pleasuring the divine masculine energy, or masculine energy, period. You got 2 cups, you got 9 cups here, which means it's got to be an end of the cycle of you giving, but you're not receiving. Okay. Do you feel like you have really have been, giving in to other people's energies? Okay, in your thinking, you've been saying that, and so you have been. So it's almost like you had your ass out. You've been exposed for that. You have also in your karmic energy here as well as what you got to work with again is you receiving the divine masculine, but he's coming with his mask. He's masking his emotions again. You know, and you too got to watch how you ground in roots of things, because that's how your philosophy in life or family roots is caused you to have that covered. And you know, it's really time for you to put things to bed. Want to put you to bed, bed, bed. So that's that. Karmically for the divine masculine, ba ba ba, towers and timber, and it falls. So we got this Humpty Dumpty thing right now. Karmically, you getting some towers. You got the tower moments. Now, what type of tower is going on? I do not know, and I'm trying to keep this underneath the thing. If you want to find out more in depth about that, get a reading from me, and I can tell you what that tower is. You say that sounds like me, so you go ahead and get you a tower. Part of me is like, kind of. Let me see what this tower is. If I can't find it, excuse me. Spirit's like, no, don't leave it like that. Okay. What time is it? Oh, I got a card that was on top here, and he fell. What was that? Listen to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Tell me that there's nothing here for me. Listen to my heart. Now that's funny. This what fell. This what jumped out. False person. Somebody, like they say about when it comes to matters of the heart, they ain't really being truthful. Now, for me to see that, somebody got somebody else in the wings. Put it down. Somebody else got somebody else in the wings. Uh-oh. That's funny I had said that. So this person, this divine feminine energies here is being very false, and you trying to be the man of the hour, but see, but again, the flames, the house, the building is burning down. And this is what's called as in this tower. Now I'm gonna pull another card because that was one by default. Where it just came, it just jumped out like a person, like I'm jumping out of a burning building. And it's like, I gotta get out. So let's look and see what that is. I'm glad I'm in a nice mood because really. So this here is this tower. I'm not the only one. So maybe this karmic, I'm picking up some karmic energies because anytime I see this fan here, this is karmic here. You're not being true. So again, false person. So the karmic flying in the flames. You back there trying to be this false person. The house is burning down. It's a burning inferno that's going on between you. This is brought on by the main female. So maybe in this karmic here situation, I'll do the where I go in depth with the divine feminine and divine masculine. We'll see if that come out with that. Understanding that this main female, which is divine feminine, is now really being in her power, standing in there. You got a rose. To me, it's almost like the bachelorette. It's like, I want to present this rose. I got options. I want to present this rose to actually the person that I want to be in my life. So she's ready. Some of these divine feminines are ready to present that rose to the divine master. Say, you the one. Okay. Again, she's like, I got someone to put on the table. I've been working on myself. I got flowers there, which means it's the beauty that she's bringing to the table. She says, I'm an open book. I'm very comfortable where I am. Anytime I see a chair, that means that she's in the driver's seat about when it comes to life. She's got this great fortune. Why? Because she's kept her eyes on the prize. She's also saying, oh no, I'm going this order. You right. She knows where she wants to lay her anchor in the future. She said, I've been thinking, I know exactly where I want to go. I want to have union, whether it's unions with you or not. I'm still going to put my anchor down and hope that my dreams and everything else will follow, because my ship is ready to land. So now here, because this tower moment here is calls for whatever's going on with this feminine energetically saying that she wants, or the karmic has found out about this main female, this divine feminine, to found about you, is to hit the fan. So now this tower moment is now where somebody's going to file some papers. Now this can go several ways. Energetically about this karmic contract, maybe it has been fulfilled at this point here, because the divine feminine, this is what I'm picking up. She done fulfilled her contract, which has had that inner journey and standing in her power, and it became into her fullness of being divine, which is cause for the divine masculine to move into his next thing, which is causing this tower moment, which is causing for this karmic to say, okay, it's over with. contract wise, or even in the contract in the 3D about marriage or some kind of serious commitment, business, got a house or whatever, to say, okay, it's time to file the papers. This is it. I can't do this no more, because it looks like this looks like a government so building, and I'm just picking it up. This is something new, because the government is upon his shoulders, which is looks like it's near his shoulders. So we talk about like God, source, like it says in the Bible, because it's bam. It's time to put something in the coffin. It's death to scratchy. It's time to put a nail in the coffin and say, I'm done. That is the tower. That is happening for some this week. Keep yourself high vibe and say, thank you, Jesus. I'm not going to put no stock into it. I'm just going to say thank you. I'm in agreement with that. Whatever is for the highest good for all people that's involved in that, I'm going to send it out there. So if that's the highest thing for everybody involved, for them to get the papers filed, for them to kind of end that, for divorce, whatever contracts to be signed and considered none and void, then I'm in all for it. That's for everybody's highest good. That's all concerned. Okay. What are the life changes? Now I'm gonna try to speed through this. So clear. If I don't give that any kind of extra talk about it, that means that's for you to fill in the blank, because I want this to go to a certain point and we going overtime. So okay, for you, divine feminines, you need to, what needs to, life changes need to happen in order for this to happen, especially have this hope here, and for you to move into this energies where you're transforming your pain and suffering into a greater capacity this week. They're asking for you to change your relationship dynamics. You got to watch how the sacred, how you are connecting to others and how you're manifesting things, and you got to eliminate some things, and you got to let some downloads happen, your crown chakra as well, and the heart is in the background, so that's a matter that you might want to kind of touch upon that too as well. You got to look at your finances. This came at the other thing, some about you all's finances is not right, so again, how are you communicating that, verbally or non-verbally? Are you able to transform and follow your bliss? Through following your blisses, it's going to help to create this transformation, because it's really in black and white of how this is supposed to happen. And then also as well as understanding that your heart chakra is the background, like the background singers. They bring the harmony to everything that's there about you financially. So look at that. Jubilee 1111 says she's got some free money block chakra things. Run over there to her channel, Jubilee 1111, and see about getting that. I'm going to run over there to it myself and say, hey, it can't hurt about that. For divine masculine, your thing is religion. I'm trying to see if we can see it. Okay, religion and spirituality. You need to too see how you're communicating that, like religiously. What things are you saying over and over again that's in your dialogue that you need to kind of change? You got to change Lord, I can see it, and I can't think about it. You got to make a paradigm shift, yes, in your talking, but you got to watch the syntax and what you're actually saying. April says it all the time, and I forgot what it is. So you got to watch that as well, because you got to get your bliss. It's drowning, and it's not as strong in your bliss that you're moving into. Okay, the narrative. Thank you. You got to watch the narrative that you're using as far as everything and your spirituality, how you're going about doing things spiritually. Maybe you need to look at that. Sobriety, what is bringing up to me, and I had a nice conversation with David the other day too about that. Some of you all, I did not know that it is you all are having some of you all as twin flames are having addictions and using those addictions to cover up you really dealing with the empath skills, abilities that you have, the empathic skills that you have, the pain of what's going on with you being in twin flame thing, not understanding things and using things to kind of mask drugs, drinking, sex, whatever it is, food, to not really feel what's going on here. So they're saying you need to practice sobriety. You need to try to stop. Okay. Whatever you're doing, because that's going to help you stand into your power. It's going to help you to get those downloads, because if you're using some kind of substance like that, you can't get the downloads, and it's going to be able for you to be able to have new growth as far as in your heart chakra as well. What things do you need to surrender? Clear. Divine feminine, you need to surrender to your inner peace. Yes, in order for you to do that, you transform and you got to get past that pain and suffering. Yes, you will have to be able to do that. You're going to have to surrender to your peace. So that means Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in quiet meditative moments. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Again, others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Especially when we talk about this money, you got to open up and get high vibrations. Money is like a happy giver, like a cheerful giver, as the Bible says. And so, if you're resonating in that low vibe stuff, money ain't going too much attract to you. It's going to run or walk away from you. It's not going to do that. Divine masculines, I have kind of pop. Divine masculines, what you need to do is again to surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar, stay open and to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Because you had already said it's madness going on with you, and the spirit already told you they want you to have focus. Part focus means laser beam, focus in on what that is. You're not looking at a total picture, you're looking at parts of it, and they want you kind of, some of you are, they want you to open up your scope and to look at everything. They also say, and for you to be able to know the difference. Okay, so this is what you need to do with that. Spirit wants to move you into the energies of, for the divine feminine. Clear. What are they moving you to? And for the divine masculine, what are they moving you to? That's a lot. Okay, we're going to rush on through that. Okay, I say that every time we don't. They want your divine feminine. Just keep on. This is to me the divine timing card. Just wait until that big wave come in, the big kuna comes on in for you. Keep yourself grounded and rooted on both ends there. You got one, two, you got three wands there, actions. You're missing the fourth one. So right now, that fourth action, you need to wait until spirit guides you to be able to do that. That's why it's only three shown here and not four. So you can ride the wave there emotionally. Okay, so right now, just wait for everything to kind of ebb and flow until then. Go with the flow. They want you in the meantime. Also, they're pushing you into the energies of understanding for you to be able to beat to your own drum. Okay, but you want this freedom, but something's going on behind you, behind the scenes that you don't know, but it's going to creep up on you. So don't pay attention to what's going on with that. Just go ahead. Your freedom is going to creep up on you. So some kind of way, it's going to hit you as well. Is that dark color? Is he brown? He might be brown. Okay, so whatever, your freedom is behind you. Okay, so that means it's going. It's like, to me, when I look at, like, it has passed you. You've been there, you've done that, and so now you'll be able to move into that space of understanding, beating to your own drum. So that means you're getting past that. So now next week, this pain and suffering that you can't get over with, you're gonna get past that next week. It's gonna pass. So you're gonna move in from your freedom into you beating to your own drum. Okay, and you take it. So, and now, instead of you having three here, you're moving into, you got four wands here. So you got four actions. This is your night of action. So that means you're strategizing about what you need to do. For the divine masculine, let's see how we go. Okay, that's fine. Knight of Cups. So they want to move you into action of really being able to say, okay, you really want to get wine and roses. So you want to really wine and dine and romance your divine feminine. So you're moving into that energy because you truly want this energy of freedom. And this is from a light aspect. This is a light horse that's interested through your darkness over here. So divine feminine, you work through your shadows. The divine feminine is working, divine masculine is working on his spirituality, his light right now. So you worked on your light because that's in the past, and getting freedom in your light, which is moving you into being, you sitting down. So you're being all right in the seat of the soul. You're being in the driver's seat as well. And you want to really present some beauty to the divine feminine, about some of appreciation and really wine and dine her. That's nice. Okay, and so the next one, I'll be quiet. I wasn't saying that in no sarcastic way. You got some ideas, Page of Swords. So you got some conflict of thinking, but to me, you're moving into the energies of saying, okay, this is business casual. Like, we're going to get down to business, but we're not getting really that boardroom business about some things. What's I touch my hand? boardroom business about some things, and so you getting to the point that you're saying that you want to actually get some more knowledge on some things. So to me, it's like we're not ready for the boardroom, but right now you're just researching. You're just like a worker, and you're getting ideas about some things, so you could be able to ascend. And you got to walk a real fine line to get there as well. So you're moving from one side to the other. Divine masculine, also you feel like two of pentacles. You want to really get a hold of what's going on financially with you, and you want to have, to me, this to have this balance when it comes to your finances, like what the spirit say you're supposed to have as far as what you actually have physically. He's like, I really want to bring this down. Like, I know I'm rich, prosperity is my birthright, but this is how it's showing up. So you want to be able to have that balance. You also want to move into the King of Swords in your thinking. Thank you for that. So, I mean, you just really calm about everything, knowing your ship is going to come in. You're over your territory of understanding about, and you're thinking about how things are manifesting in the 3D as well. And you're getting wise about some things too. Okay. But you got some of this thing, you have to crows here, about your thinking and being able to kind of see those things and be able to resonate and be okay with that. You moving into also Ace of Pentacles. You want to be a person that can be able to grow things and manifest things in the 3D. You also feel like they're moving you into the energies of understanding that you've got to walk away. Okay, you came down the mountain, which means you came from this obstacle or this problem, trial, tribulations. You did the work, and you want to take off for home. Okay, this is what this is. And then at the end, they're pushing you to understand you want everything under the sun emotionally, so you could be able to receive it, to be in that place to receive that cornucopia, which is interesting how they had there. Oh, how do you see this connection? That's an hour. Listen, 3:30, just like work. How do you see this connection? Clear. Divine feminine, how do you see this connection? What's going on with the connection? Divine, ooh, all right now. And divine masculine. How do you see this connection? Your connection, all right. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Got to use the Kama Sutra in the other one. Yeah, that's all right. Ooh, you got my right breast itching. That's where divine masculine wants to be nurtured. Okay, here we go. Here we go again. Da, 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 da. All right, so we got the fire burning here, and you really seen this connection. This time around, you said, instead of that card that was there before, you was pleasuring him. Where's that card? It's around here somewhere. Hold on, got these nails on too. Oh, what's the one? Is that one in that one? Okay, I can't find it. Okay, so this time you want for you. Maybe that's the other one. I'm picking up another reading. Hold on a second. Yeah, I guess so. You want to be pleasured this time. No, no, it's not. It's coming. This one. There we go. I'm like, I pick up another reading. This one. So you want to move the energies for this in this connection to move to this, to this. Now this is your time for you to give me pleasure. Okay, the fires is burning, and they burning really strong. This passion is burning really strong, and it's like, now I'm thinking. And then you also have this. Is this a dog or a cat? I guess no. This is a little, just like a little tiger. Okay, you wow, like really being there, like, ooh, you was an animal last night. Yeah, like you really was. Yeah. That's the energies that you wanted to move. All right, I like that. I like that. I ain't got no problem with that. And the divine masculine energy say he wants it where both of y'all are open, but he's the one who's carrying you. So that's good. So he wants to be the heavyweight, especially when we talk about emotionally. And you just holding on to him. And he's like, I got you, baby. He's like, woo, he's doing the freaky little position on their hip. And he's like, and he's making sure you stay open too. That means he's doing things to make sure that you stay open. And you just holding on to him. Say, I got you, big daddy. About divine master, I don't know. They keep on saying the reason that the divine master is watching you, and I know my page is linked on to that. So if he is watching, and he know I got a YouTube channel too, that'd be interesting. So I like, come on, big daddy. Yeah, oh, come on, open sesame. That's all I'm gonna say to you, big daddy. Clear. I see him look. He giving me the look. Right. That's all he do. He just look at me and shake his head. He just look at me and shake his head like, Lord have mercy. What am I in love with? All right, here we go. Divine feminines. Oh wait, divine masculines. What do you want to say to the divine feminines? Take you first. Oh, the divine masculine says to you, divine feminines, true love. This love is once in a lifetime. Oh, snookums. Yeah, I be looking and say, well, now I don't have no problem in being in this position. For that. Be quiet, I'm telling my business. Anyway, all right, and this one is the divine master says the divine feminine. Take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. Nice. And he said, love makes the difference. Love can help heal past hurts and provides a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. So he said, I see your pain. I see it. Some of the pain, I put it there. Some of the pain has been there before I have, from past lovers, from family members and things. So he's saying, just concentrate on love and it'll help you push past that pain that we talked about earlier. Ain't that sweet? You've been listening, divine masculine. And the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. He's been listening. So he's saying again that because it's all going to lead back to what? Hope. All right. This is a good place for me to stop it in. Please make sure that you check out two things that I'm offering. I have the Sunshine Circle, which meets on Wednesdays and Fridays. That's just $22.22. Go there, and it is a good thing for you to have, especially for these times, because we got these energies that's going back and forth as well, and is really causing for us to really question about if we want to continue on the journey, continue by ourselves, about getting in our mission and purpose, those things. Also, take time out and check out, I got a new feature called the Insta reading. Insta reading is a way in which you can get your readings instantly. All you do, I have 7 situations and 4 solutions. You pick the combination. So let's say, for instance, you say, oh, Spirit told me to pick situation 1 with solution 2. You go ahead and you pay just $7 for the solution, $4 for the solution, $7 for the situation reading, and instantly you download your reading right there and then. This is a great way. There's no other readers out there that's offering that, and I will, over time, I will keep on adding on. Just go to divineunisource11.co. I've got a lot of good response back from it. Jupiter 1111 said that she did it. It resonated with her. She was praying and asking for an answer, And by her going ahead and doing this, she said she had gotten her answer. It even had brought her to tears with what was said in the reading. So that is something that you definitely want to check out and take advantage. You is nowhere around you can get your reading for as low as $4. Okay. And you can get it at all types. Now you don't have to wait for me to do it. It's instantly you pay for it, you instantly get that link, that download for your thing. So that is something that I was you saying you can invest in yourself if you want answers. And you got $11. Try that out, that aspect as well. You can do it. You don't have to get both of them. You could get one. Maybe you say, I already know what the problem is. I just want to know a solution to it. Okay, I got that. Just pay $4 for that. Let's say you say, I know what the solution is, but I just want to see can you look into what the problem is? That's a $7. So you can get them separately. You don't have to purchase both of them together. This is something that Spirit had gave to me. And I said that it is a great way for you to instantly, because sometimes you need answers right then and there. You can't wait until the reader wakes up, or if you're on Keen, sometimes you calling them and you're like, okay, but I want the answer now. Sometimes your favorite reader is not available. And here I am, your favorite reader, and I am available, and so I can give you your answer right then and there through that. So later on, I'm going to add on the McNealy with a Kundalini twist addition to your Insta readings. Those are downloadable readings there, so it'll be tailored to you. So between source and your intuition that you're relying on, we should be able to have an answer for you instantly. All right, then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, Namago. Love you. Go to woohoo, wait a second. Go to, I heard somebody say, where you go to get it? Go to divineunisource11.co, and for both, to get the sunshine circles, $22.22. And if you want both the insta reading things, that's $11. $7 for the situation, $4 for the solution. And then also, if you like what I was doing, make sure that you click like, share, and subscribe to this channel as well, because we have good stuff over here. I have a variety on my channel. Here I have the playground experience, where I have other experts that's in Twin Flame Journey Talk. They help you about your mind, spirit. I handle the spirit and body as well. And then I also have a master's class that I offer as well too. And I give you the keys from source to tell you what you need to work on or daily. That they want you to work on, that they want you to concentrate and focus on. The lights flash, so that's confirmation that I got the okay from source on that one. And so, and then I also got readings, and I do the karmic readings to see about that, and the energies from the divine feminine, from the divine masculine aspect as well, and current energy reading. You get it all here. This is a smorgasbord. So you will want to click like, share, and subscribe to this channel. All right. Until next time, be uplifted, be motivated, be ascended. Namaste. Namago. Love you.